also, here's the other argument. There is a spectrum, right? So there are guys with naturally lower testosterone than a guy like, say, Yoel Romero. Yoel Romero has an advantage over almost everybody. You know, when it comes to like genetics, he's just like a fucking specimen from God, right? So you have that, which is the rarest of rare, right? And then you have a guy like, you know, fill in the blank. There's like a bunch of fighters in the UFC. I don't want to disparage anybody, but there's a bunch of guys, you look at them, you're like, that's not a specimen. But super tough, super technical, works real hard, very intelligent in their approach, and they manage to fight really well. But if they go up against a guy who's just a freak, just a physical freak, and that guy works just as hard and is just as intelligent and just as methodical in their training, they're going to have an advantage. It's just a natural, God-given advantage. Just the universe has kissed them with genetics. And those people exist, man. And so you can't say, well, then that guy should be able to fight women now because he can't beat Yoel Romero. Like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid. And